Tattoos are not uncommon at all in the world of One Piece, but this week they have flipped the entire community upside down. You probably already know where I'm going with this, but spoiler alert, up to chapter 1152 in One Piece. If you haven't read that far, then scroll on. Oh yeah, we are talking about our boy Shanks again. And more specifically, Shanks hanging out with Gabon, showing off this tattoo on his left arm. And if you are caught up in One Piece right now, then I'm sure you know about the theory that Shanks let his left arm get bit off by that Sea King, so he specifically could remove that marking that he might have on his left arm. And of course, with this chapter coming out, everybody's jumping to say, there it is, it's confirmed. Which of course it's not. There's been plenty of content creators over this app talking about how, hey, these are all theories, guys. And we really do need to remember that. So we all jump to say, oh, well, it's not quite the same as the one that we saw on Sommers. But at the same time, we still don't know that that's an Abyss mark. For all we know, Sommers could just be a really cool guy with tattoos. I'm not gonna lie, I do feel like that is an Abyss mark, but again, these are all just theories that we're talking about. So with all that laid out, what do we think this tattoo actually means? Currently, I'm of the opinion that this is some lower level marking from the world government. Maybe this is something that just world nobles happen to get at birth? I've seen a couple people point out that this symbolism has been shown on the uniforms of other holy knights, so it is possible that it maybe just shows royalty as opposed to specifically being directly connected to Imu. It's also been talked about that this could be just a lower tier abyssal mark, which is kind of what I was thinking at first, but the more I think about it, it doesn't really make sense. If Imu actually had a direct connection to Shanks, I don't think he would have been able to go around with Roger and all of them for all of those adventures. Even though the Great Pirate Era hadn't started yet, Imu certainly still did not like what Roger was doing. And of course, through Imu, the world government. So I don't think this is a direct connection there. If anything, at this point, I feel like this is just a brand of royalty. Or potentially this is the Fagarland family crest, which could easily bring us back to this theory but in a different way. Yes, Luffy did liberate Shanks in this moment, but the liberation was from his family past. If we assume that that tattoo is a marking of royalty, then it makes sense that Shanks would want to remove that from himself. But then the question is, why did he have to go so far as to have a Sea King eat the whole arm? We saw Nami remove a tattoo in like the 37th episode, so like, this is a little excessive. If I'm being honest, the cracks are beginning to show in this theory, but I do still think it's a really fun one. We just gotta remember that we're all just theory crafting here. We don't have any definitive answers because Oda makes sure that we don't get them. But a more interesting theory, in my opinion, is the St. Brice having the same symbol that Sommers has on his arm, potentially alluding to the fact that this is the crest of the Nerona family. But that's a topic for another video. What do you guys think the symbol on Shanks' arm means? Let me know in the comments. If you would like my full breakdown on chapter 1152 and more, it's right here on the red play button app. If you'd like to see my live reaction to the chapter and the community theory crafting discussion, that's right there. And if you want to talk to me directly about it, that's right there. Peace.